Okay, hello and welcome back. I would say we're in for an oldie but a goodie, but it's almost the oldie and a goodie. It's Young's Double Chocolate Stout, and it has been around probably longer than I have. It is a rustic old beer.
Not this individual one.
No. This one's still within its use by. But goodness me, can anyone remember a time without Young's Double Chocolate?
I remember a time, many moons ago, when my hair was short but I had much more of it, and I first thought, hey, I like dark beers, I'm going to give this specialty beer thing a go. So I looked, I thought, stout, I like stout. Double chocolate stout, you say. I like chocolate, I like stout. It's from the old country, let's see what happens. And that happened, and it was very nearly my introduction to what we would now call craft beer. It's been possibly a decade since I last had a Young's Double Chocolate Stout, so this is going to be a real sit down memory lane.
Yeah, man, this is craft beer before craft beer even landed in this country.
Straight out of Bedford, at 5.2%.
And containing legitimate chocolate too. Malted barley oats, so it's sort of an oatmeal stout, but with chocolate extract.
But also chocolate malt, or no?
Probably.
It smells deeply chocolatey, if you ask me. It's like a hot chocolate. It's a bit of a malolactic thing going on.
Oh yeah. It'll be good to see how this compares after all these years over many other craft beers or interesting beers I've tried in the meantime.
Because I remember when this came out, this was a beer with chocolate in was both unheard of and extremely serious business.
Yeah.
It was wacky beyond belief. This is before we had, beers with cucumbers and watermelons and lemongrass and human embryos and just they put everything in beer these days. Ever more extreme. But
yeah, what are you doing, guys? What are you doing?
Back when it was extreme to put chocolate in beer, this beer was extreme. It could now be seen as deeply ordinary because it hasn't changed in about 20 years. But
if something's good enough, I think it doesn't need to change.
No. This is a standard. It's absolutely a standard in the ground.
It is a really, really dark browny red. There's a faint hint of light coming through, but it's pretty strong and syrupy. So
no, it pulls a good head.
Nice smell of chocolate. A little hint of coffee.
It's a very soft smell. It's not like those coffee beers where the coffee just comes and just grapples your nostrils. It's very subtle. It's not unlike a hot chocolate. There's a definitely it's a very mellow aroma of. I almost wonder if they put some lactic acid in there, like a milk stout, because it has that creamy kind of just a smooth,
creamy, smooth, a little bit bitter. It's a subtle chocolate.
That's
toasty,
oats for you,
oaty.
making that smoothness.
yeah.
Gotcha. I like that. That has stood the test of time well.
And on the palate, it's very good actually. It's out there, but it's very, very restrained.
It's chocolatey, but it's not like a fake chocolate.
No, it's a gentleman
still
on the frontier.
It's a nice sort of 50% cocoa chocolate.
It's at once kind of dry and toasty, but also sweet.
It's got a good sweetness
smooth,
behind it.
milky.
I think that Malo character is really kind of rounding out the flavour from something that would be just slightly prickly and bitter if it didn't have that just rich creaminess backing it up. No, I think that's very good. It's a very deliberate and careful beer. It's made to be around for 20 years. It's made to not get old or it's not a gimmick. Is probably the best way of describing it.
It's a well balanced, well made beer. A lot of thought gone into that. Reminds me of those cocoa balls we had last night with the delicious sort of moussey chocolate on the inside and just raw cocoa around the outside.
They
get through the bitterness to that lovely juicy interior. Yeah, it's like that, but in a beer. Good head retention.
I don't know where its price is necessarily. Was that a sort of, you call that premium beer?
Well,
more or less.
It's
I think they're quite well priced. These English imports are generally
and I'm
quite
pretty
well
sure
priced.
Young's give you just a tiny bit more in the bottle. Is that
Yes,
slightly
it is,
over
in fact,
500?
a 500ml bottle, exactly.
It is 500ml, okay.
It's produced for EU market, suggested by the abundant French text. So it's here in a standard metric half-litre bottle.
No, I think anyone wanting to go on the sort of the chocolate beer journey, this is probably the place to start, because it's the original, and I think very much still the best. There's chocolatey beers out there. There's way chocolatier beers out there, but they're not as
beery.
They're just too far out there, I think, with the really, really chocolatey beers. I mean, you've got guys at Boundary Road that does the chocolate mousse. That I find I'm not even going to review that because it's horrendous. I'll review it right now.
It is just a chocolate mousse.
I love it. It is one of my winter favourites.
Oh, contentious as well.
For sure.
No, maybe we'll see. Yeah. But yeah, no, chocolate mousse that's way out into the gimmick dimension for me. It is a chocolate beer, not a chocolate beer, and I do not like it. This I think is the gateway to enjoying beers that go beyond that barley, water, hops triforce of ingredients, and it's absolutely where I'd start, or start getting someone else into beer with additives in it, because it's so subtle and it's so well done and it's so understated that it's a good place to start and a good place to refer back to, because then you can go and try your American West Coast over 9,000 thing, added
brown
added
or something,
nibs, cocoa tree in every bottle, kind of a thing, and you can say, yeah, all right, how does it compare to the original? And that's a valuable point of view, because how do you know if something's good without a standard? It's very important.
Something we don't know about, though, is Wells and Young, the brewers responsible for Young's Double Chocolate Stout. And so, if you're watching from the UK, please do tell us, what do people think of Young's? Locally, back where it is the local brew, are they seen as a mass-produced swill? Are they a niche craft beer? Are they some of the hipster elitist beer label? We don't know. Tell us what it's like, what you think of it, and what does it have to offer aside from the chocolate concoction.
Which ones are the good ones?
Yeah.
Because you get this and that over here, not a great many. I'm sure all the really interesting ones are in country, but
we get a good range of Adnams.
Yeah, well, which is a different brewery again, but we get this and that down here, so we'll do our best. If there's something you think we should really have a look, if there's a triple chocolate or a quadruple chocolate you think is way better, then let us know. We will do our very best to try and track it down. Always on the lookout we are for the next thing in beer.
Yep.
But anyway,
that's a nice one.
Be on the lookout for the next episode. It will be coming right up the bum of this one very shortly. Catch us next time. This has been the Sesh.